Hello, everybody. We're going to start in a minute or two, but in the meantime, if you could just give me a thumbs up or emoji to say you can see me, hear me, and you can see my screen with Canva on it. Thank you. You can chat in the chat. Hello, everybody. It'd be nice to know what schools you're from, where you're from, and you can pop that in the chat. I have enabled your microphones and your cameras just so, because it's very much, I'm going to be showing you my desktop and Canva, I might miss something on the chat or a hands up. So if you have a burning question, if you can just switch on your mic and ask it. And also, if you then, while you're not asking a question, if you could keep your mics muted, that would be wonderful. And welcome, everybody. For those people who don't know, I'm Lyneth Crighton. I work at Brescia House School. I am a Microsoft Innovative Fellow, and I have done, and a CAT teacher, and I've done IT-related things for a very long time. And I thought I would share what I do in Canva with you. So welcome to everybody who's online. The meeting is recorded. So your chat, your name, and your if you switch your camera on, your image is recorded. So if you don't want to be part of the recording, you can always leave now and watch the recording later. But just so that you're aware, because there are people who wanted to join who couldn't join us at this time. Also, for those people who are familiar with Teams, it sometimes helps to put the different view onto speaker view, because then it gives you more space for the actual content that I'm showing you. Tonight, if at all possible, and you can minimize Teams and pop me in the corner, you are welcome to try and follow along in Canva and look for the tools as I explain them, and I will try and talk slow enough for people to follow along. So if you're just listening to what I say, then you can hopefully follow what is happening. So just to start off, if you would like to just give me a heart if you've used Canva before as a reaction, or if you have not used Canva before, if you can just raise your hand, just so I sort of know how many people. This is not specifically a introduction course, and it's not specifically intermediate or advanced. These are the tools and the things that I've used and learned. They're kind of some of my favorite tools in Canva. And I am going to say up front, for those people who've been in Canva before, that and know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's not really a problem. Is that about a week ago, you could find the place to what they called Find Your Glow, which meant it changed Canva to the new look. So I did that, not realizing that after they got 1 million people to do it, the features are coming, but sometime in June, end of June. So mine does look slightly different if you create a brand new account, or if you didn't do the glow part. It's just really that the icons have rounded corners, and some things are slightly different, like opening it into a different window. So I'm sorry, I thought it would be quite fun and we could all go into the new version, but they stopped it as 1 million people, and I think they got that at like in a couple of days, 3 or 4 days. I've popped the link for Canva in the chat window, and it's really canva.com. And I'm just going to go over. So if you want to go in, you do not have to go in and follow along. You can just watch on the web, on the recording, or on live, and then try again later, especially if you don't have an account. But tonight we're going to try and do some of the things like designing, writing, creating QR codes, using and creating an AI presenter, using text to image, and using some of the magic AI tools. So the first thing about Canva is free for anybody who can verify that they are a teacher. If you are in the position at school where you have a person who runs all your IT related, they can sign you up as a school, which is what our school did a few years ago, so that if a person uses our email address, they will automatically get a Canva for Education account free. However, over and above that, if you if you've already got a Canva account and it's not an education account, and if you've so for me, I've got more than one account and one was on my Gmail address. You can verify that you work for your school by uploading a letter. Those people on this call that know me, and I think there might be a few too, from my husband's school. He works at Bryanston High School. He did this week, so he did it 2 days ago. This is the letter, so I'm showing you because he uploaded his on Friday, and then they said, Canva said it wasn't a good enough letter verification, and he uploaded it on the 3rd, which is on Monday, and today his account got approved for education. And I say this because I know sometimes we've found that as a South African, they don't always understand. So the one thing that what they said was important we found is you have to have the school stamp, and you have to have what they say, even though it's a scanned letter, is that the signature looks like it was really signed on a letter created. He put in his name and his ID number, or if you're a government school teacher, and you can use your Purcell number, or you can say what email address you use, but you basically need a letter from your school with a signature on it and the same dated school stamp as the letter to say that you are a teacher at a school. And mine has been there for quite a few years, so it doesn't ever go away once you've been verified. So once you got your letter, you create an account, and then you go to the link I put in the chat, which is canva.com/education. And on this page is where it says get verified. This is the place that a representative of your school can contact them and try and get a single sign-on working. You click on get verified, and mine's not going to work because I'm verified, but it would pop up with a window that allows you to put in your name, especially if you signed in already, your name, the name of your school, and then there's a place to upload your letter, and you upload a scanned version. There is an option, I think, if I remember correctly, for a payslip, but we found that the letter works quite well. So that's the first thing. And I see, sorry, Bronwyn, I never saw you there earlier. Bronwyn volunteered to help me. So if you ask a question like Isabel. Bronwyn, I did give everybody webcam and microphone access, but Bronwyn was going to be my wing person because she's awesome and knows lots about Canva, of helping in the chat or prompting me. So if you don't feel like interrupting me, she doesn't mind interrupting me and saying, Lyneth, there's a question. So welcome, Bronwyn, and thank you for being my person. So Isabel, I think I've now answered your question. So you go to this Canva/education, you click on the get verified purple button, and then you upload. It'll ask you your question, the name of your school, and upload your letter, and then you wait about 2 days to be, and then you get welcome to Education Edition. The biggest difference is that one of the bonuses of Education Edition is that you can have all the what they call premier content is all built in and is for free. So what I mean by that is if you create, and so for those people who've never been in Canva, yours will look slightly different for a while, but you land, for those who've been in teaching for quite a while, it's very similar to Publisher. It allows you to do the same sort of things that Publisher allowed you to do. It's also on the concept of PowerPoint, where everything is in a movable box, text, images, so you can move it around and do any kind of graphic design, text design. It does have
where is it?
It does have a document feature now. That was about a year ago, maybe a bit less. That's this blue one that allows you to create. Sorry, I'm just looking for. There we go. Okay, it does have this document function, which accommodates for more text. It's getting better if you have Grammarly for spell check. But basically, you click on one of these or you choose custom size. And for example, Instagram, it gives you a square. The easiest and simple design is to type happy birthday, for example, a design that says happy birthday in the design, and then you select one of these designs. So now I've lost my picture, so I have no idea if you can see when I'm going to hold up my phone. So Bronwyn, shot, if I know you won't be able to see the screen, but so on my phone, I have Canva. So in my family, now, whenever it's somebody's birthday, you know, everybody goes and looks for some image on Google and tries to upload it. Well, now on my phone, I create an Instagram post. I type happy birthday, and depending on who it's for, I type what, or if I choose a specific color, I choose a post. It pops it all beautifully in. And then the best part is if I choose text, I can go and type somebody's name. So Carol, you're the lucky person whose birthday it is. So I can change the colors. And this is in the new one where I say see all. It actually even tells you the colors from the photographs. So I can check the color. For those art teachers or those people who are into graphic design, you can see when I click, it's probably very small, but the little black box actually has the hex code for the color that and I can make it bigger, make it smaller. On the mobile app, it is slightly that most of the tools are in the bottom of the window, but you then go share. Now, this is the other thing. If you do not have an education account or a pro account, you cannot download your images. So I then on my phone say download the image. This is also relatively new for those people who didn't know what this means. This changes the resolution, in other words, how detailed your image is and how big. But if we were using it on a phone or to send as a WhatsApp, one in the normal size is quite fine. You would download it, and then you could simply, on a phone, it would pop up in your camera roll. You can save it to your camera roll, and then you can WhatsApp it to a person. So there's no more text happy birthdays. You can spend literally 2 minutes creating a birthday card, and that actually works for any kind of template. So it will automatically give it a name up here. If I want to change it, this is how I change the name of the file. And if I go back to, that's called, those 3 lines there take you back to the menu. If I go back, I can go back to all my projects, and it will now be listed in my recent designs. The other part about having an education account is that you can have what's called a classroom, which means that if you give your children in your class, your students, if they connect to you, so if you look in mine, I have more than one classroom. I have 151 students connected here. It means that whoever connects is gets Canva Pro, Education Pro as well, but they don't have to upload any letter. Their only difference is, and you can promote them to a teacher, which would have the same as you. The only difference is that when you're looking at a design, next to share, there's a button that says send to teacher. So as I tell the girls in my school, unless you click on send to teacher, I can't see what you're doing. And then it pops up in that place where I can choose to approve it or make edits, much like what you would do in Word if you were looking at somebody and use track changes. You can actually edit it. The other cool thing about this, Bronwyn, is you can thumbs up, is your Canva open? I can click on plus, and I can send it to somebody. I saw Liz there. I can type in an email address. I can send them a link. And if I go to share, I can send them a link and they can edit it. So now what I'm going to do is I have a version of this presentation for you to play with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you. I'm going to click on share, but this time I'm going to go to more, and I'm actually going to give you a template link, which means that if you get this link and click on it, and I'm going to put it in the chat, you get your own version of this presentation. So when you open it, it's not mine, it's not live, it's not like you would be changing anything. If I went back here, I just want to see if I've got one. So this is actually done by one of the girls in my school. And if I go, so she sent it to me and shared it with me. So if I go to review, I can see, and I can see who created it, and I can edit it, and we could work on it together. And you can actually work on it together all at the same time. The only thing I've would suggest is you don't work on the same page, because if two people were trying to move this title at the same time, it does get a bit confused. So I think I've spoke like a mile a minute already. Are we all there? Have you all like gone, oh my gosh, this is scary? Please don't be scared. I didn't learn this overnight, and this is just hopefully to point you in directions you haven't been, to try something new. But please shout if there is something that you want to know, or if you get stuck. So we were talking about templates. So I just want to say that actually almost anything you can think of, if you type it in here, you will find that there is a presentation, and the quite new is this ready to teach lessons, where you can choose life cycles, food change. That's just based on my search that says habitats. There are videos, and this is, if you look, oh, I know it's very small on your screens, but the EDU with the hat means that you have to, if you were in a normal free account, you would have to pay for this or download it. So there are worksheets, there are presentations, there are all sorts of things that you can just find and edit slightly. There are coloring in pages. This is a whole coloring in book of 50 pages. If you look at the bottom, it'll tell you how many pages, and as you hold over it, it slides and changes the picture. So this is an animal habitats writing book. So it goes from pre-K or preschool to matric. If we were back in here, and I'm going to just, we've even used it where instead of doing a PowerPoint, if I click on present, I can choose, if I chose full screen, it will, I'm not sure, it might pop in my other screen. So I don't know if you'll see, oh, no, you do. So there it is. I can see the whole screen, and as I click the button, it would go through my slides. The other way, when I present it, I can present and record it, but like speaker view or record in PowerPoint. But you can also have presenter view, which if I had, I do have two screens, but I have an audience window, which I'm leaving on here, and I can have a presenter view. So as you can see, Canva is in partnership with Microsoft, so quite a lot of it looks similar to things that you are used to if you are used to PowerPoint. So let's just try some of the AI magic that is all built into Canva. So this is a text box. So to get a text box, the simplest way is to click on text and say add, and these are default styles. I can create my own brand of fonts, and I can choose some that are already changed the font color, etc. So I can type in here, I can type whatever I like. But if I've got a text box on the toolbar at the top, I've got something called Magic Write. So there are lots of things. You can change the voice, fix the spelling, ask it to rewrite it, ask it to shorten it. Sorry, it does take a while. There we go. And if you right click on here, another text box, and I can even ask it to translate. So as simple as that. It's all based on AI. Even if you've got students logged into Canva, they would be able to do the same things. It's added Afrikaans to the name of my page, which is at the top here. You can get into detailed things where you can ask it to continue writing. Oh, sorry, I should have. It says a new beginning. It will take what you've done and carry on writing the story. So that's one of the fun AI tools, especially originally the spell check wasn't there so much. So the second tool is so let me just undo that. So if I'm going to put an image in, I'm going to look for an image that's forest with animals. And I'm a teacher, and if you can see, there's lots and lots of options. I love all the images that it gives you, but there's always that thing. So here they are. If I right click on it and I say set it to image to the background, it fills the whole image. Does it translate to African? Sorry, Helen. The best thing I can suggest for you to make it bigger on your Canva, mine is on a 27-inch screen, so, and which is what I'm sharing, is you can, if you had a touch device, you can zoom in and rearrange what you're looking at. You can also in Teams, if you change the view, sorry, it's going to pop up at the top here. You can change your view and try and prioritize the, change it to speaker view. It is on mode. Sorry, and the second question is, so it is on presenter mode and screen share. The second thing is if I go to translate, I doubt that the African language, oh, here comes off, here is, I don't know if I'm, Tembi, I'm not sure if, because my Zulu is not that great. Oh, Bronwyn, I was also about to say not yet, but it would seem that Canva has been in, this is in the new one, so I don't know if that is really the Zulu word, because it's there. I don't know if it's there for Zulu. The same as the Afrikaans, it will only get better and better. Okay, so back to, yes, sorry, did somebody want to say something?
Hi, for those people who are not able to view the full screen, if they go to view, there's it says focus on content. If you click that, it takes away your image and any other images. It only focuses on the big screen.
Thank you for that. I can't see who's talking, so thank you very much to whoever was talking. Yes, so I don't see it because I'm sharing, but under this,
you go to view, you choose
this button.
focus on content.
Yes, so here there should be an option that says focus on content. Mine's grayed out. Okay, so thank you for that. So yes, we've worked out that it can translate into isiZulu and Xhosa. So here is an image. Now, I'm one of those, none of those animals work for me, but I like the background. So if I edit this image, this is where we found some of the fun items that are AI generated. If I use Magic Grab, okay, I can choose what to grab. So I've now clicked over the nice bear in the corner. As with AI, it's filling in the background, so we call it the circle of happiness. You just have to smile, sip your coffee, and wait for a bit, depending on how complicated. But literally, you can grab any image of any part of an image. Here's my bear. He can now be bigger. He can be smaller. He can be put in a tree. He could be deleted. If you could see him, you would see that he's quite pixelated. So if you go to apps, which is one of these options on the left, and you go down to, or even if you just click on it, if I choose up, if I choose image scaler, I can rescale the image depending on what the original came from, is how far up to 8 times it will let you scale it. It will let you upscale and it will make that image. Oh, it lost my bear. The bear should come on the right, and then it will, I could replace the bear. I'm going to replace it, and hopefully it's just not, oh, it deleted it. It made it work. Oh, there it came. There came the, can you see how much better resolution that is? Now I have a big bear in the forest. But equally, and this is how you close these new windows, if I go back to edit, I can look along the Magic Studio here, and I can use Magic Edit, which means I can color in the monkey and change it to a brown owl. It has fun things like Inspire Me. Oh, Bronwyn, you're doing an amazing job. Sisutu's there too, Tembi. Sorry, as with AI things, it changes. It's going to give me a couple of options, which I can fill in the and the monkey disappears and I can have an owl in the tree. So how much fun, because I always found clip art that I really loved, but there was a piece missing that I did not like the monkey in the tree. So which, and now I can have an owl in the tree. Okay, it's the same as if we move our little bear, and though I like the hedgehog, if I choose Magic Eraser and not on the bear, on the big picture, if I edit it and I use the Magic Eraser and I highlight the little beaver, the new option is to just click it. Okay, the same as the grab, I could highlight the bear, or I can go click and I could click the beaver. I can actually, you see here, there's all these things that I could take out. So if I erase the tree and the warthog at the bottom, before you know it, you can have your own version of the image. Anybody out there? I should have said a warning at the beginning after this. You will never just use standard clip art ever again. So now I got rid of the extra green and the beaver is gone. So how cool is that? I got a bigger bear, can put him back. I got an owl, and I still got my hedgehog. So then if you're doing a presentation, how cool is this? I can click on animate. Here's so this is a green forest that I took all the animals out because I like the backdrop. Here's my bee. I can click on animate. I can say create an animation. So yes, you can make him breathe, and you can make it wipe, and you can make it go neon and a scrapbook kind. But the cool part is you can drag an animation, and you hold shift, and sorry. And you hold shift, and you move the bee wherever you want him to, and watch the bee fly. And I can make the bee fly faster. And I can, because I'm not so good at drawing, I can make it go a little bit smoother, or I could make, so now my bee could fly to a flower. So if I went to insert, if I inserted a red rose, I could put my red rose and make the bee fly to the roses. And you can delete the path and draw it over and over again. Anybody like that one? Is a cool one? Sorry, I'm going as fast as I can so that we leave some time. You're a hoot. I got lost with the owls. Cool, Liz. Okay, so here is my puppy. So if I go to elements, if I go to the bottom to app, I can choose something called Magic Media. Okay, I've already got it. If you go to apps, you just search for it, Magic Media. If you, when the first time you click on, if I delete all the things I'm searching for, over here in the main one, it's got generate your own. So the owl and the pussy cat under a tree at night. The better your instructions are, the better your image is, and it also the better your spelling is, sorry. I can choose what kind of style. I can choose whether I want a landscape, portrait, or square. I can click generate, and it is the new thing. Let's try an owl and a cat. It obviously didn't like my wording. So it generates. Now, remember I said that if you've got your children are in this, they can create anything. So last year when I had grade 7s, we created desktop wallpapers. Okay, so they could create anything they could think of. If I click on it, it shows up here, and it automatically ends up. So if I like both of them, I click on both of them. If I go to my uploads, they're my 2 pictures that I uploaded. Okay, and obviously you can try grab, you can magic erase on top of these things. If I replace the background, I can get a big version, and I could add a space rocket or something, or a quote. So those people who didn't know, and loved that concept of bulk create in Word. So it has its own version of bulk create. Last year I made these for our teachers. Liz will remember, and Christine, they're both on. Hello, see you. Thank you for joining. So if you go to bulk create, which should be built in and is not an app, you can enter the data manually. And you can then, just like Word, put the person's name onto the text box. That's not a text box, sorry. Sorry, these, no, it doesn't want to drag. Click, so at the moment you click the three dots, you say collect data, and you say name. Sorry. And so click connect data, choose the name. And if I wanted the email address, and I'm not going to do it, but if I say continue, it actually, if this was the only page, although my document had two in your Canva, it basically creates a Canva with a page for each person whose name is in there. And you can use Excel and just save them as CSV files. So you can upload your own data. So you can create certificates, you can create all sorts of things by doing this, by connecting it. We've created certificates for the matrics for the teachers. So yes, bulk create is awesome. There is a bulk create for the QR codes, but just for because it's quick and easier this way. If you go to apps again and you choose QR code, there is a batch QR code creator, which means you can update a few. Some of them are slightly different. There's more than one. I can click it. This one is quite a simple one. I'm going to hopefully find my screen, which is hidden behind the control of Teams. Sorry. Okay, this is the link for those people. This is the website that I have, and at the bottom is where all the workshops that I'm doing and the next one for July. So I just took this link, go back into my Canva design, paste it, generate the QR code. I could have changed the foreground color. I can change the background color. And now if you put your phone over that with the camera, it will want to open the website in Edge. So when I talk about, it's a very American thing to call it a choice board, but you can use that as a version of a choice board to give children choices, and then they can read and find out more information. You can have a surprise, scan me, you can use it as a treasure hunt, you can use it for open day, for explaining, and those people who know Flip unfortunately, Flip's coming to the end, but you can link it to any kind of video or any design or website or information. The other way to do a choice group, this is what I give my grade 10s or 11s and 12s. I basically, so I'm not going to use the actual page, but if I go and find, so this is the link to a website. If I go to my design, so these ones, I connect all the videos. Here is, this is this year's MIE. I can click on a shape. I can click the 3 dots and I can say link. And if I paste the link, if I save this as a PDF, the person could click anywhere on this shape and it will open that badge, that website for them. So this was what I was saying. So we have these as desktops. I'm going to show you. This is my desktop that I created in Canva. For those people know, Brescia, that's our 7 stars, and I put all the badges in. For those people who do lots of things with other branded, there's this new brand fetch. So if you type in Microsoft, and just by the way, if you use all these images, basically the copyright is built into it. So I could easily put the Windows logo, and you know how many hours it takes to always spend to find the logo, find one that you can download and upload. For those people who've never been in Canva before, you can upload literally any image, video, or audio. It will when my host family hosted, save it here. You can these are all photographs that I've uploaded, badges, anything you can upload, and then you can use it and it stays in your library, and you have a huge space of library. So now I lost where we are. So just on this wallpaper, I want to show you, this is a new trick in the new Canva. When you choose images, those people who've been in Canva, it's so much of a pain when you want to add, I want that wallpaper that I did, I want to add it or the logo onto this page, and you used to have to download it and upload it. Not anymore. You can literally go to your designs that you've created. So there's my birthday one. You all watched me create it from scratch. It popped it in there, and it even made it the right size. So anybody like what they see? Anybody learn anything? Sorry for those people who think I'm doing fast. I am going to show you how we did these. So those people who've seen me talk about it before, we did this last year with our grade 9s in Canva. They had to create a breaking news segment for the Cold War of history. Instead of that piece of paper on the back of your classroom wall, like a newspaper headline or a magazine cover, they created a new news breaking segment. It wasn't allowed to be longer than 2 minutes. I think, in fact, it wasn't to be allowed longer than 1.5 minutes. They had to, they each got given a topic of the Cold War and a person, whether they were Russia or America, in other words, who they were representing, and they had to create it showing bias. So we let them use ChatGPT to create the script. Of course, you need to know your facts to know that you can check your script. They created the script in ChatGPT, and then in Canva, they created it by putting this character in, and then they dropped in photos or video clips. I'm going to just hopefully play the person that is on the screen.
Hello, Lerato. How are you?
Okay, hello Lorato, how are you? If we go back to my front page, here's another little one. I'm just gonna pop it open.
I challenge you to create something super cool and engaging for our class using Canva's awesome AI tools. Let your creativity shine as you explore the design suggestions, play with colors, and try out different fonts. I bet you can make learning fun and exciting with your unique touch. Are you up for it, teacher? Let's make our lessons unforgettable.
So that little girl comes, I did create her originally. I created her using Midjourney. I created a series of children. So she's not a real person. She's AI generated. So it's almost as well, it is as simple as this. Look for a breaking news template. Actually, I'm just going to do it this way. Sorry, let's choose presentation. Just go this way. Okay. We just have to wait. Sorry, it's loading them over here. You pick a template when it loads. Sorry, they. Some of the new stuff they've changed where they have put this stuff. So, okay, so I found in Elements, I found a video that says news report, which is a 16-second clip. How do I know that? Because over here it says 16 seconds. If I click on it, I can actually trim it, auto trim highlight it. I go to app. Okay, so, well, wait, let's just, if I add, if I add a tank, I can add the video on top. This video is only 9 seconds. Please, this is the 5-second version of it. Okay, then I can go to apps. DID is a paid for thing, however, and they do need to create the account. However, they never need to leave Canva, and they never, well, they leave Canva when they create the account. And we found, because you get 30 free credits, they could upload a person, but there is a whole list of people that you could choose here to read your news. Okay, so I chose my presenter. I'm scared. I was about to write Joburg, but okay. I can choose what kind of voice. It's quite interesting if you choose the South African Afrikaans accent. Usually there's a lady or a female. And if you say preview,
Breaking news. Dit tans are rolling into Joburg.
I'm going to just use we found the Australians sound quite similar to us. So if I have to sign into DID, so it's signing me in. I do have a paid for account with more credits, but you get 30 credits for free. And between when our girls did it, they were in groups of 3 or 4. So they had plenty of credits between them because they could share the design and all work on it together. And then between them, they had plenty of credits that they could use to create the person. So here comes my tank. All I literally did was sign in. If I generate, so these are all the kids that I have uploaded. You can even just upload audio, and you say generate presenter. Sorry. And there comes my presenter. For those people who don't know, you can remove the background from a video. It just takes a while. And you can edit it and you can border it. Some of these are brand new. Most of the things I've shown you, in fact, everything I've shown you except the last, this we did in the old Canva. We did it in June last year. Our kids did it. If you go to, not timer, sorry, I always do that wrong. If you go on here, if I click on to the image and I say show timings, for those people who used graphic design, if there are the timings, so I actually can make them all, if I need to move them up and down or change the time that it takes. And if I play it, if we had sound.
Breaking news. The tanks are rolling into Joburg.
So it's as simple as that. There's like 3 minutes left. Anybody want to say anything? Comment anything? Tell me if you've learned or you enjoyed it. Did you like it? There is the next one at the beginning of July, which I've now lost. No, I haven't. Is AI-powered classrooms, and I'm going to do. Yes, you might never do your actual job again. Liz, that's my problem. I love it. If I showed you by just showing you my wall of things that I do. I make notes for my cats. There's a birthday, those people who know Anne. Anything, everything. The banners that are on the top of when you register for one of these, the banners that show up are all from that was created in Canva. So I really hope you have fun. I hope you learned something. Sorry, I went fast. If you're interested, and maybe in August we can do another one or a longer one. All of these I just learned myself or watched YouTube videos. I do belong to a couple of Canva Facebook groups where people are always sharing, but we're trying to, that's my idea behind this website, was the more people who join, there is a part where teachers can share, that we could start sharing what we're doing